What's up with people in this world? Why are people so oppressive? Why are people so hateful? Why is racism so progressive? Haven't we learned from our history, from our mistakes in the past? Why do these cops think it's okay to ask questions later and their right to blast first? To take into their own hands their own lawlessness, like the Judge Dredd? To think it's okay to harass innocent people of color? To take innocent Native Americans and beat them? I mean, just think if they were to uphold their oath instead. Is that a long-term effect of getting dropped on your head? To grow up to be cops and to kneel on the back of a man's head till he be dead? Is that what gives human traffickers the lack of a conscience to be able to steal a Native American woman away from their family, to murder them and act like it's all just fine and dandy? So why is it there are no uprisings for Native American women who are missing and murdered? Why does this issue go swept under the rug, thrown away like a used wrapper of a burger? I get that Black Lives Matter. Doesn't mean to say that that's the only lives that do. Just like Native Lives Matter means the same, with no disrespect to me or you. The same issues they marched for in the past are the same issues people are demonstrating today. Come on, people, attention we must pay. Why can't we learn from our mistakes? The Creator gave humanity the most powerful gift of all, our minds, free thought, free choice. He gave us so we can further evolve with the earth and each other, with creatures big and small. Yet we seem to be hell-bent on the destruction of our world, the destruction of ourselves, and we put rational thought and compassion on the shelves. Big corporations now rule. Self-interest run wild in the open and undercover. Hierarchist thoughts have people doing unspeakable things to the earth and each other. Our women and our children are our most precious resource, yet we abuse them every day without finding or seeking out recourse. Missing and murdered Indigenous women is an issue as old as 1492, yet there have been no protests, no riots, no looting in the name of these Native women and girls, a fact that is true. The names of these women are only spoken in the circles of their own families because nobody cares if a Native woman gets abused, raped, goes missing, or gets murdered. Fact. Natives are the only ones who have to establish blood quantum, like cattle being herded or dogs being on a pedigree, because you see, this place called America is native, stolen from fascist forces, inflicting their tyrannical rule on the people having something they wanted. And being able to kill for it is something the so-called sophisticated flaunted. Taking money for scalps, then dirty press said an Indian did it. You see, natives been putting up with lies and thieves for a long time now, and yet these sophisticated people still drowned the issues, and if they can't, they spin it. Or if you did hear it, it was because the man didn't have a badge, chalked up to domestic violence and forgotten about. So sad. See, violence against the people, especially family, was never a Native American thing. It was learned from colonists and colonizers trying to dismantle a beautiful race of people, their beliefs, culture, heritage, in the name of their king. Treaty after treaty made and broken by the government. Women after women missing, murdered, kidnapped for professional gain. Native man after native man beaten and left for dead by crooked racist cops acting all benevolent. Files and files of brutal acts against Native Americans, from getting rancid meat for rations to so-called subsidized housing and bogus healthcare. It's enough to drive a person insane. Don't get it twisted, I'm not mad. I'm just saying, where were the protests and riots when Native American lives these crooked cops were slaying? Also know that most of us natives are standing with Black Lives Matter because we too want the injustice to stop. We too want to see justice come to a dirty cop. We too want equality and understanding, just like our black brothers and sisters through and through. We too worry about our children growing up in an unjust world like you do. In some ways we are the same, in others we are not. But what I know for certain is we're all together in this big dumbass melting pot.
I woke up early this morning.